Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Before I get into my video, I just want to say that this is going to be the first time I am going to edit something on my channel since I've started. I haven't edited anything in quite a while, although I did have I did experiment a couple of days ago with a program I'm going to be using to actually do this. Please bear with me with that. I haven't actually edited any footage for a while, ever since I was at uni. That was the last time I've actually edited anything. So apologies for that. Also apologies for the little logo which is up here, down there, or wherever it is. That's just the logo of the app that I'm using, the little video app. Depending on how well this video goes, I might get rid of that with a subscription fee. So depending on how well this video is received and how well you guys like this video, if you want me to edit my videos, just comment down below and let me know. Oh, David, can you please edit your videos? They're much better now, or we prefer you editing. Yeah. So I don't know whether this is going to be any good or not. But I will do my best. That's all I can really do, isn't it, guys? That's all I can do, is my best. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Oh, my precious, my beautiful precious. So wonderful and beautiful and perfect. My beautiful, beautiful precious. Hey book peeps, happy Friday. Sorry, wrong channel. That's Kayla Lenzens channel. This is David at David's Book Reviews. Hello my fellow bookworms. My name is David and today is a very, very special day for me and my channel. Today is actually not just the first video that I'm editing from start to finish all the way through, but I am also going to be, this is the first ever buddy read I have done on my channel since I have started it. So I've been recently doing a buddy read with the amazing, wonderful, awesome, beautiful, intelligent, smart, incredible, and any other word that you can imagine that evokes positivity, Kayla Lenzen. Kayla is a very, very good friend of mine, and she is an excellent booktuber. She uploads every Sunday and Thursday, and I watch all her videos religiously. I really, really do. I've supported her since she only had about 3 subscribers. I've watched all of her videos then, and I continue to watch all of her videos now. She actually reviews mostly thrillers, but she reviews many, many other types of books. She does tag videos as well, and one of her specialities that she does on her channel is she's doing a series which she has called the Amazing Author series. And in these videos she talks about all these amazing authors that are important to her, because to Kayla, authors are just as important as the novels that they actually write. And that's actually true. She's actually written, or not written, she's actually published a video about JRR Tolkien, and I will link that down in the description down below, as well as a link to her channel. So please check her channel out, guys. She currently has 67 subscribers, and let's get her up to 100 subscribers by the end of the year, or possibly even more. So she was I actually asked Kayla if she was interested in doing a buddy read with me, just out of casualness, and she jumped at the chance. And I knew that she wanted to read this book, the Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring by JRR Tolkien. So as I said, the book that I'll be reviewing today is The Fellowship of the Ring, the first ever book in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And in this video as well, I will be linking 2 videos from Kayla, where will be telling us in this video 2 of her favourite characters within this book. And in her video, she will be having 2 clips of me talking about 2 of my favourite characters in her video. So if you want to know what my favourite characters within this book are, you have got to watch her video, which I will link down below in the description, as well for you guys. So as I always say in all my videos, guys, this is going to be a spoiler-free video. I'm not going to spoil anything about this book, because I know a lot of people maybe want to actually read this book. I know that a lot of people do, but they are intimidated by its size. Also, this is going to be my own thoughts and opinions regarding this book. We aren't all the same. We are all different. We are all unique butterflies and snowflakes. So this book isn't going to be for everyone. So if you like this book, that's great. If you didn't like this book, that is also fine. Please comment down below letting me know what your thoughts are. If you didn't like this book, if you didn't like this book for some reason and you comment it down below, that's fine. We can have a conversation about it. I won't get angry or upset or anything like that. We can just have a conversation about it. But if you liked it, that's also great as well. So what genre is Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings is a fantasy or an epic fantasy novel. Yeah, let's go to Kayla's clip now, where she will be able to tell us what one of her favourite characters within this novel is. Take it away, Kayla.
One of my favorite characters in this book is Sam Gamgee. He is a hobbit and a friend of Frodo's. And Frodo kind of has he's kind of like a mentor to Sam as well. And Sam's loyalty to Frodo is super fierce, very admirable. And as the book continues, you kind of see just how well Sam knows Frodo. There is a point in the book where Frodo has to decide if he wants to go to Mordor or basically take a detour somewhere else before going to Mordor. Everyone in the company thinks that he's just deciding this decision, and Sam's like, no, he knows what he needs to do. He's just terrified to do it, and he doesn't want any of us to come with him and, have even more of a burden on him if something were to happen to us. And there in that scene, you really just understand just how much Sam, he knows Frodo more than Frodo might even know himself. I also love Sam because he loves this dang pony, and he named it Bill. And when they have to go into the tunnels of Mora, I don't know if I'm saying that right, probably not. But anyways, when they have to go into the tunnels, he has to leave Bill behind, and he was so sad and so upset by it. And I was so sad for Sam because of that stinking pony. And he's just a great character, and he has such a big heart.
So let's get to the main meat of this video, which is the storyline of the book. The story picks up from where the Hobbit left off. And I think that me and Kayla will tell you the same thing. It will be a massive advantage if you read The Hobbit first and then go into the Lord of the Rings. You don't have to read The Hobbit first. You can go into the Lord of the Rings, but it picks up from where the Hobbit left off. So the Fellowship introduces us to Bilbo Baggins, and he is continuously living in the Shire. He is a hobbit. A hobbit is much smaller than a dwarf. You've got men and dwarves, and hobbits are smaller. And they live in the countryside in all these holes in the ground, and they drink and merrymaking and all that type of stuff. And they don't really do anything unexpected. They like to be contained within their own bubble. And they live in an area called the Shire. And within the Shire, there are different towns and villages within that land. And one of the towns is called Hobbiton. And that's where we see Bilbo living. And yeah, he is celebrating his 111th birthday, and we find out that he still has the ring that makes him vanish. He's very protective over it, and one day Gandalf, who is a wizard, Gandalf the Grey, has to encourage him to give up the ring and give it to Frodo, because Bilbo wants to go off and go on and not really another adventure, but he wants to leave the Shire and maybe move to Rivendell and basically go there and retire and relax and finish his book that he's writing, and yeah, just to relax and be away from the Shire. And so when he gives Frodo the ring, and Gandalf knows this, it's told to him. Gandalf doesn't know what this ring is. He knows that it can make people invisible when they put it on. But he does some research and he finds out that this ring is a forgotten artifact that was an item that was created by a Dark Lord called Sauron, or Sauron rather. Sauron. Sauron was a Dark Lord that whenever he wore the ring, he actually put all of his power into this ring, and he created this ring to control all the other magical rings in Middle Earth. And when he was destroyed, the ring was taken away from him, and it was passed down from person to person, and it was lost throughout history, and then Bilbo found it. So Gandalf doesn't know what this ring is, but when he finds out about this, he tells Frodo, look, this ring is bad. You have got to take it out of the Shire, because there's these black riders, these massive cloaked figures on these black horses that are hunting Frodo. And yeah, these are ring wraiths. They aren't human. They were human probably at one point in their lives, but they aren't human anymore. They are kind of spirits that are faithful to Sauron, and are kind of one with Sauron. They're kind of linked with him. And we found out that Sauron's spirit still lives, and he has called the ring back to him. And the ring isn't just an object, it has a consciousness. It has not really a mind, but it has a consciousness. And it wants to get back to Sauron, and it wants to get back on Sauron's finger and back to its master. And it does this by going to person and manipulating them and turning them evil and twisting their souls and making them like not really sort of like evil and corrupted and like all that type of bad stuff. And one of the people that find the ring and keeps it for the longest time is Smeagol, who when he puts the ring on, he transforms into Gollum. He gets all like not really like thin and crouched over and all like thin and skeleton like and pale, and he loses most of his hair, and he lives most of the time in a cave now. So yeah, Frodo has to go off and destroy this ring, and along the way he goes off on this adventure with some of his fellow Hobbit friends called Samwise Gamgee, who is a gardener. Sam is very loyal to Frodo, and you find out that there's these two other hobbits called Merry and Pippin. Pippin is more of the mischievous type of hobbit, and Merry is more of a I wouldn't say a side character, but he's more of the responsible one. Me and Kayla were kind of like discussing this, and she described Merry as being the father figure of the hobbits. He tries to like not really get into trouble or anything like that. That was my experience of Merry anyway. They go off and they stay with numerous people along their travels. They spend time with this jolly old farmer and his vicious dogs. They spend time with this strange character called Tom Bombadil and his wife Goldenberry or Goldberry in the woods. And they ultimately go to Bree, where they meet Strider, who is a ranger who is a wilderness man. He goes off into the wilderness, and I don't know if he's a bounty hunter, but he's incredibly loyal to Frodo. And at that point, Frodo and his company are very easygoing, and they're very trusting. But as soon as they meet Strider, they actually question who they meet and what their motivations are. And we don't know where Gandalf is. Gandalf has gone off somewhere, and maybe to do research. But we find out, when he comes back, we find out where he has been. He went to see Sauron, not Sauron, Saruman the White, who is the head wizard. And Saruman has turned evil. He's turned to Sauron's dark side. And he wants to take the ring for himself. And he imprisons Gandalf, and that's where Gandalf has actually been. And they go off to a elven city called Rivendell, where they ultimately go there, and they have a big meeting with Elrond, who is the head elf there. And this meeting is where they all sit down, like hobbits, men, elves, dwarfs, every species within Middle-earth come together as one unit and discusses this about how they can destroy, or what they have to do with this one ring. They know they cannot use it because, like against Sauron, because it's evil. It wants to get back to its master. They actually cannot control it, and they know it. They cannot destroy it with any weapon that they possess. No swords, no axes, no dragonfire. Well, technically they can destroy it with dragonfire, but yeah. But nothing that no weapon that they possess can destroy the One Ring. So they know that the only thing that they can do to destroy the ring is to throw it into the fires of Mount Doom in Mordor, which is south of Middle-earth. And she asks who wants to do this, who wants to go off to Mordor and destroy the ring. And Frodo puts his hat and says, yeah, I'll do it. I'll destroy the ring. And yeah, it's all about him going off to destroy the ring. And he gets into like a massive big, like a bigger group of people. Strider obviously wants to go with him, and we find out that Strider's real name is Aragorn, who and we find out about Aragorn's past and his ancestors' past as well. We discover, we are introduced to an elf called Legolas, and a dwarf called Gimli, and also another man called Boromir. Kayla wasn't really sure if Boromir was a man, but yes, Boromir is a man. He spends a lot of his time with Aragorn throughout the story. Aragorn and Strider, or Strider and Boromir are always together. They're always fighting together. Sorry if you can hear that noise in the background. And it's all about them going to Mordor, and helping Frodo destroy this ring. And you have all these evil creatures called orcs, who are these humanoid figures, and they're all distorted and ugly, and they're obviously on the side of evil. They're from Mordor, and they're trying to get the ring. And you have, so you have the orcs, you have the ring wraiths, and all these people that are trying to get the ring. And also, the ring can actually corrupt other people if they are, if they come into contact with it. The only person within this novel that didn't seem to be affected by the ring at all was Tom Bombadil. He laughed at the ring. And it's a really, really good book. It really is. It's really, really good. It's got loads of battles in it. It's very descriptive sometimes. Tolkien is a very descriptive author. He does describe about what's around him and the scenery and cities as well. But come on, I'm a Stephen King fan. I love description. I really do. And to be honest, I could have done with about 100 more pages, maybe 200 more pages of this book. So yeah, I really liked it. And is it actually like the movie? No, it's not. This isn't really a movie comparing the movie to the book or the book to the movie. But if you have watched the movie and you want to read the book and you're like, oh well, what's the point? The book's going to be exactly the same as the novel. The book's going to be exactly the same as the movie. No, it's not, guys. The novel does include scenes and characters that aren't in the movie, and vice versa. There are scenes within this movie, not many, but there are some scenes within this movie that do not come up in the first book. So, yeah. But, what's better? The book or the movie? They're both equal. I like both of them at the same time. Obviously, I still love the movie. This is a kick-ass movie. This is a badass movie. And, with that said, I love the book. It gives me more meat on the bone. It gives me more characters that I love. It gives me more scenes that I love. Even though some of the characters, like Merry, isn't portrayed the same way as he is in the movie. In the movie, Merry and Pippin are more or less like a carbon copy of one another. But in the novel, they're kind of different. But that's fine. That is fine. So that is the basic storyline of Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring. So hopefully that gave you a bit of a idea whether you will like to actually read this novel, The Fellowship of the Ring, whether it will give you a sense whether you want to read this or would like to read this. So with that said, let's go back to Kayla, where she will be telling us about her second and final favourite character within this novel. Take it away, Kayla.
Now, before I tell you my next favorite character, I just want to let you know that I'm probably going to pronounce the name wrong, and I'm aware. So my next favorite character is Lady Galadriel, and she is a royal elf and the Lady of Lorien. And Lorien is the land that the company come to during their adventure. And Lady Galadriel is pretty badass. She has the ability to look in their eyes and kind of see their heart's true intentions. She also has a magic mirror that shows what were, what was, and what can be. It kind of reminds me of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. There was like a mirror and it shows you like your deepest desires. Lastly, she wears Nenya, which is one of the 3 elvish rings, because you hear in the beginning of the story that the elves were given 3 rings, and she wears one of those rings. So all of that makes her pretty awesome. And on top of that, she is very generous. She showers the company with gifts as they're leaving, and as they are departing, she sings this beautiful, sad song for them. She kind of has that motherly feeling.
So, what do I rate Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring? Obviously, because I enjoyed it so much, I'm going to give it a 5 stars out of 5. Full marks, guys, for this book. And also, don't forget to check out Kayla Lenzen's channel as well. As I said numerous times, I will put a link down below. Check out her videos, guys. She is amazing. She's incredible, wonderful. And yeah, subscribe to her channel. Give her as much attention and love as you possibly can, guys. She is incredible. I seriously cannot give Kayla enough praise as I have already done so. So also, if you want to know what my favourite characters within this book are, please check out her video. I will put a link down to her video down in the description whenever that's uploaded to BookTube. I will put it down in the description box down below. So please check out that video. And lastly, guys, I upload videos every Monday and Friday, and I hope you have enjoyed this journey with us.